Okay, so we've got our chain made, and the first thing that we need to do is kind of recognize where in this chain am I going to start putting my stitches. So I want you to look at your chain, and we're going to skip the first stitch on the chain. So the one that's on the hook doesn't count as a stitch. We're going to skip that stitch, so the one that I have circled. But then we're going to look at our chain and we're going to recognize that we have basically these V-shaped stitches. It's those V-shaped stitches that we're going to be using. We're going to be putting our hook under both legs of those V's to start our stitch. So our hook is going to go in here, it's going to go under this leg, it's going to go under that leg, and it's going to come out on this side. So that's what we're going to see in the video. But I wanted to just have it where I could kind of draw it out first so that you could be looking for these V's in this chain that you've made. Okay, now we're actually going to put this into practice. So I'm pointing to the first V that you're going to put your hook in. So we're going to lift up that first leg. I'm just using my finger to kind of help pull it over. I'm going to slide under the second leg. I'm going to hook my yarn. Now I've got 2 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over again and pull them through both those loops, and we've completed our first stitch. Okay, I'm going to get the next 2 V's. I'm going to go under both legs of the V, again just using my finger to kind of pull it over, yarn over, 2 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over again and pull it through both stitches. All right, again we're going to look and find our V's. So here's the leg of the 2 legs of the V. I'm going to yarn over again, and then I've got 3 stitches. So again, you want to find, I'm pointing to the V's that you're going to put your hook under in your chain. Once it's under both legs of that V, you're going to yarn over and pull a loop through, yarn over and pull through both loops. Again, there's the V's that we're looking for. I'm going to put my hook under both legs of the V. I'm going to yarn over and pull a loop through. I'm going to yarn over again and pull it through both loops on my hook, and I have another crochet. Okay, once again pointing to the V's that I'm looking for, and that's probably the hardest part, is just to recognize where are those V's that I want to put my hook under. I'm going to pull a loop through, yarn over again, and pull it through both loops on my hook. So you can see that I've put a stitch in that one. We're going to find the next V. Okay, we're going to put our hook under both legs of that V. We're going to yarn over and pull a loop through. We're going to yarn over again and pull it through both loops on the hook. I'm going to find both legs of my V. I'm going to put my hook under both of those legs, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over again and pull it through both loops on the hook. And now this is our last chain. So once again, I'm going to put my hook under both loops. I have 2 of the loops on my hook. I'm going to pull a loop through, and then I'm going to pull a loop through both the stitches. So now I've completed my first row of single crochet. And you can see on the top of this row that I have those series of V's again. I'm going to turn my work around, and I'm going to be going just under those V's, just like we did in the chain. They're a little bit easier to see after you get your first row done. I've just chained 1. That just gives me some height so that I can make the next stitch, and then I'm going to go into the second chain from the V. Okay, so now we're going to start the second row of our single crochet scarf. So I've already chained 1, and that's my chain 1 stitch. That's just going to allow me room to kind of work. But you can see on the top of this row we just completed that once again I have these V stitches. And it's those V stitches that I'm going to be going under with my hook. I'm going to be coming from here, going under to that side, and then catch a loop of yarn and pull it back through again. And then that's going to give me 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over again and form my next single crochet stitch. So we'll show this in a video as well, and hopefully that will make it easy for you to see. So now we're going to show that in the video version. So here's my first row of single crochet. I have the loop on my hook, and the very first V that you see is my chain 1. I have already done my chain 1. So I want to go into that second loop from the hook, or the second V. That's my chain 1 V. I'm going to go into the one right after that. I'm going to put my hook under both legs of the V. I'm going to do a yarn over, bring a loop through, yarn over again, and go through 2 loops on the hook. Then I'm going to come and look for the next V. So I'm pointing out the next V with the head of my hook. I'm going to go under both of those legs. I missed my hook over. There you go. Pull a loop through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. So again, there are my V's that I'm going to be going through, and I'm just going to continue this process down the chain.